and welcome to episode 37 of Fourth and Skull podcast. My name is Patrick Galonia, and I'm here with a guest today, Kristian Weir. He is a dirty, stinky Packer fan, if you can't see that. Yep, there he is.
Can you smell it? Is it good?
Unfortunately, Sam was not able to make it with us today. He was kind of busy with a few things, and he was gracious enough to let me have something that we have joked and talked about since we started the podcast.
It's a long time coming.
And I'm excited for this.
I'm ready.
Good. Okay, but before we get going, I will say I am disappointed that you don't have an Aaron Rodgers Packer jersey on. And I know you're probably trying to keep it casual.
I didn't want to be like offensive.
I happen to have something for you, so just give me 1 second.
I hate it. This makes me nervous.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, that's my birthday.
That's all I had.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's the only practical gift wrap.
I was born in May, but this is close. This will count. Let's see.
Yeah, what do you got there, buddy?
So nice of you to give me a present.
Yeah, I thought so.
I can't believe that you went out of your way. It's just so nice to bring that. Yeah.
So, yeah, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. Aaron Rodgers has 3 years left on his deal. He's angry about Jordan Love. There is panic and mayhem. No, I'll take that. I will be wearing that for the entire episode. I want you to have to look at me with an Aaron Rodgers purple jersey on for the entire episode. I need you to give me that.
I hate it. I hate it. It's just
it's wrong, isn't it? Oh, it's so wrong. Isn't it? Yeah. And you know what makes it funnier is I couldn't order it through NFL.com or
they wouldn't let you?
They would not let me put in Rodgers.
Can't
so
you? What if someone literally named Rodgers?
I know.
Wants
you probably have to call
it.
it.
In Minnesota, and your name is Rodgers. You can't have your own Vikings jersey.
I had to order this through China, and this is pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what
fitting.
you get.
That's appropriate for a Vikings jersey. They should add a little pink.
So yeah, just to annoy you, I'm going to wear that for the entire episode.
That's cool. I feel fine.
Yeah. I have one more. I have one more gift to give you. So you have to just hang tight for a second. I do feel kind of gross putting this on.
You should. But you should feel like a bad person.
What I need everybody to understand is that.
See, look at how much worse. Like it's just immediately look worse. Don't you just feel?
I do feel. Yeah, no, I do. Trust me, I do. Let me explain
myself.
myself.
Good before, but now something's wrong. I don't.
Let me explain myself.
Okay.
So, how many years does Rodgers have left on his deal?
I think he's got 3 or 4
3
total.
I'll correct you.
Does he have 3
I
total?
think he's got 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually don't know that. But Kirk Cousins has 3.
Right.
Kirk Cousins also has 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Brett Favre couldn't accomplish what we needed in Minnesota in 2009.
He really. I could have told you that.
Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking at you here, okay? We need you in 3 years. Come, I will embrace you in open arms. As much as I hate you, and I've hated you for my entire life.
Right into his eyes right now.
We need you in Minnesota, okay? And I'm only wearing this jersey to annoy Kristian. That's all. That's the only reason. I want everybody to know that.
It's totally not working.
Okay, and the last thing that I want.
Oh, jeez.
I have a bunch of yellow penalty flags here.
Oh,
that I'm going to throw at Kristian because, as a Packer fan. As a Packer fan, this stuff brings you joy. It brings you satisfaction, whether it's first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or more specifically, fourth quarter.
Man.
When you guys are down and you need anything you can get from the refs, you've got everything you need right there.
How'd you get our 13th player here? Like in person?
Know.
I'm amazed.
I know. I had to make a couple calls.
Packers player.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
amazing.
Yeah. So go ahead and I would like you to sprinkle them wherever you want.
Lay these around.
Yeah. And
it'll be like if someone has touched Kirk Cousins at the end of a game. You know, like Clay Matthews just randomly tackles him like a normal football player.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a lot like that.
Oh sure. Yeah. You mean just the one instance, but
that, like fourth quarter there was a pick. And then got called back because he literally tackled a guy like a football player. And yeah. It's just like that. It's, oh, man.
You got to understand, this is a tit for tat, okay? That was one for the...
Whoa, this is a family show, Pat.
Yeah, it is.
Keep your tats where they
Anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you were comfortable in a Viking environment, and I wanted to provide you with everything that you could.
This is comforting.
Good.
This is how I know I'm going to come out on top like the Packers always do. Roger Goodell and the whole conspiracy is working the way it should for the Packers.
The poster boy of the NFL. Yeah.
Making sure we come out with a win, get where we need to be.
Yeah.
You know, this is good. I feel.
And now that I've officially lost everybody who had plans of listening to the episode 6 minutes in, we're going to talk some football here, buddy. I'm happy to have you here.
No, I'm excited.
Okay, so I want your genuine opinion, okay? How are the Packers looking this year? What are our thoughts going into the year relative to last year? Because we can both agree that last year was the biggest joke of a strung together football season that America and the world has ever seen.
Wow.
Ever.
Yeah, well, at least
floor.
we're like taking the middle road. I mean, no, like it was 13-3 was a stretch.
Yeah.
I thought we were like a 9-10 win team last year. I think we're about the same as like a 9-10 win team.
Yeah.
Like we're not that much different. Like the same receivers, same running backs. Defense is basically the same.
Yeah.
The hope, in theory, I guess, is that everyone gets a little bit better. It's a lot of young guys. The oldest player on our defense is Adrian Amos, and he's 27.
Yeah, Amos,
So
yeah.
like
From the Bears?
theory, Yep. And so like the theory is like a couple of rookies, second, third year guys are all going to get a little bit better.
Yep.
So we'll get incrementally better, but there's no major moves.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything.
Right.
We got LaFleur in his second year.
Yep.
So hopefully the offense like was super clunky and just ugly most of last year. Hopefully that smooths out and actually looks like a good offense now.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're hoping on. And
You
that's
guys
the
did
kind of
draft,
progress.
I can't remember his name, but Tree Trunk for legs.
Dude, he's huge. AJ Dillon.
AJ
from
Dillon.
My alma mater,
Yes.
Boston College, my
Yes.
boy.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's not going to... Aaron Jones will be the number
but
one.
no, I want to know
yeah.
is like, are there concerns about there potentially being like a three-headed two system for sure? I mean, that's normal.
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
don't you guys? Who's the third guy you guys have?
Jamal Williams.
So
Well,
he
like,
sprinkles in. Yeah, he's
yeah.
in there too.
We'll
No
see.
opinions. I mean, it's
I think AJ Dillon is just better than Jamal Williams. No offense.
yeah.
And
for
Williams
the
actually
second
does,
string.
He does a ton of like the grunt work. He does
Yeah.
a ton of pass blocking,
Yep,
and he gets
yep.
tough yards. So I can't ever hate on him. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He always has the weirdest interviews in the world.
Yeah. Are you talking about Dillon or Williams?
No, Williams.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think like they were looking for someone a little more
Right.
with a little more juice.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be a lot of like two back stuff and moving Aaron Jones around and that
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like a competition between those guys. Aaron Jones is going to be the number one.
Yeah.
So I don't
Right.
think that's
Right.
It's the same as like
And
not to get into
if
this,
I'm not
but
mistaken,
yeah.
he's in a contract year or he's
he
requesting
is.
a contract.
Both of those guys are in contract years.
Both
The
are,
same
okay.
year as Dalvin Cook.
Uh-huh.
So they're both
Sure.
at the end. They're
Yeah.
both free agents next year.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like they're trying to sign Jones.
Yeah.
So I think sneaky.
What was your cap limit there? Or your?
I think anything over $9 million, and I'm upset because it's just not worth it.
No, it's not. Yeah, we
just-
kind of had that discussion about Cook too, and I
Yeah.
had that with Sam the other day too.
Yeah.
With Cook, yeah,
It's
and it's tough because running backs are a dime a dozen, and like you guys just picked up Dillon. I mean, that guy
Yep.
could be a workhorse for a couple years,
Hopefully.
and it's just kind of a never-ending cycle of just picking up new
That's
running
what-
backs.
You feel bad because
You do,
You
yeah.
want him to get paid.
Yes.
I love Aaron Jones.
Yeah, of course.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Same way like Dalvin Cook. You can't think
Yeah.
anything bad about him.
Yeah,
you want him
exactly.
to get paid.
Right.
And he'll get paid one way or the other,
Yeah.
whether it's here or somewhere else.
Right.
And I want Aaron Jones to stay.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch.
Yep.
He's spicier than like any other running
Yeah.
back we've had forever. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool, but I don't want to pay him $1 jillion.
Yeah.
It means we can't sign 2 or 3 other players. It sucks.
Okay, so take me back to draft night. Okay, we're sitting there. I mean, the Packers are taking a wide receiver. It's a literal no-brainer. That's the only player that they can draft. They've got no one else in the round one that they're looking at, right? And then they
Blame
take
you guys.
because we took
You took Jefferson, and
so-
then the Niners moved up and took
took-
Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. Who did you think that the Packers were going to take with who was left?
I didn't know because
Ruggs went earlier, I think.
too early. Yeah.
with the Cowboy. Yeah.
Ruggs went to the Raiders.
No, the Raiders. Who went?
CeeDee Lamb went to the
Lamb,
Cowboys. And, like those were the 3 that were they weren't
Gone.
Gonna be
They
on
weren't
the
going to be there.
table.
Right.
There was a handful of guys though that were kind of late first round, maybe.
Did you want Jeffries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved Justin Jefferson. I would have
Jefferson,
loved
Jesus.
Jalen Rager,
Yep.
who the Eagles took earlier.
Yep.
Ayuk would have been awesome.
Yep.
There were a couple guys later. There's a Chase Claypool from Notre Dame.
Yep.
It was huge, and he's kind of a beast. But we have like 2 guys who already are basically kind of in that mold.
Yeah.
So that would have been nothing new.
Right.
Something all I've ever wanted as a Packers is like basically a Stephon Diggs kind of receiver.
Yeah.
Like small and shifty and fast and
But good.
yeah, but
Just
actually good.
Yeah, like good. Right.
But with speed. We don't have it for as long as I can remember, we've never had a speedy
now that
receiver.
you mention it, because you think of Jordy Nelson, but he was just more of like good
had
chemistry
some
with
deep
Rodgers,
speed
and he could,
maybe, like,
but not
but-
the speed that I know you're referring to.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not like going to run some crossing
Right,
route and break
right.
some ankles or something like that, you know? And
Well, how about Cobb?
Cobb had it a little bit when he was younger, but
Yeah.
he was banged up.
Yeah, he was
for
banged up.
The last
right.
like 5
and he was more of a
years.
slot.
Right.
In reality, he was more of a slot.
And he was fun.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of wanted him to be that guy.
Yep.
And he was for a little while.
Yeah.
And it worked great with.
Right.
But I would love. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
So to me, it was because we've got Lazard, who I think is solid. He's okay, and he's a big dude.
Yeah.
St. Brown is huge and also actually more athletic. He's like Lazard, but a little faster.
Yeah.
But we just need one really
Yeah.
fast
No.
receiver.
And I think that's the frustration with.
Yeah.
There was arguably this
There
was
were
the
several.
deepest.
The problem was they were all picked by the time we went. I think Ayuk and Rager and Jefferson's not a blazing deep guy, but he's
good. He's
and
got
he's a slot
hands.
guy.
He's got hands.
And he just racks up.
I'm trying
catches,
to blank on his name. There's another guy in the Vikings, Adam Thielen, D2.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Yeah.
No, not
It's
familiar.
Adam Thielen, D2, out of Mankato. For anyone listening, Kristian Weir, I think I am the reason behind this, so I take full blame for your utter hate for Adam Thielen. Because it's like every other week I drop one of those pictures with stats or whatever, and I'm like, hey, have you heard of this guy?
How many 100-yard games has he had in a row? I have never heard of it. No one's ever said it.
Yeah, but he passed Calvin Johnson's record. But in case you didn't know. But where are we going with that?
Something about Adam Thielen.
Before that.
Something about him. Why I wanted a fast receiver.
No, I remember now. I was comparing Jefferson's hands.
Yes.
To Adam Thielen's hands.
Yeah.
Because they both have really good hands. You can't argue that.
No, yeah. Adam Thielen has
phenomenal hands.
The most annoying hands in the world. It'd be perfect coverage.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes it's double coverage.
Yes.
It gets tipped 2 or 3 times, and then you just
he has
catch
it.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I think Jefferson they're similar. Like they're both they both run the same types of routes. They're both good at the same kind of stuff. And neither of them is like a crazy blazing deep speed guy.
Yeah.
But they both get open. They both make tons of catches.
So now is it your initial? If I remember right, your initial reaction to Jordan Love being drafted was not a happy one.
It's just such a bummer.
You couldn't believe it. I think is what it was.
There was enough kind of chatter about it ahead of time that people had talked about it enough for me to go.
Did they? So you kind of had that seed was already small. It was planted. There was a small seed. Okay, gotcha.
That's why I was really worried about. I hope they don't actually do it.
I see. Okay.
Because there were so many people. They talked about how Jordan Love is talented,
were they talking
but not ready.
about Jordan Love or just drafting QB in general?
Jordan Love and the Packers were like
a link. There was a link there. Okay,
so
gotcha.
I don't know if that didn't come from the Packers.
Yeah,
they're not gonna. But people talking about Jordan Love.
Yep.
The book on him was he's not ready to start.
Yeah.
But he's super talented, and maybe if he goes somewhere where he can sit behind someone he can learn from, that's the best position for him. So they're like the Packers, the Saints came up with him too, maybe the Seahawks or something like that. So there was a lot of talk about if he gets drafted, the best spot for him would be the Packers, the Saints.
I mean, it makes sense behind a veteran who's on the back end of his career. I mean, you guys did that with Aaron Rodgers back in 2010? 9?
Was it 08?
08.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same counter argument. And I think the good news about Rodgers is I think your initial reaction to Rodgers, because he's a bit of a prima donna, but I think the initial reaction was that he would be just livid and pissed off. But and I'm not saying that he wasn't at the choice that they made, but he's not mad at Love per se, because I mean Love just sat there in the draft room.
He's been actually
went.
awesome about it.
Yeah, of course he
way
has.
better than the last go round.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think Brett Favre wasn't as kind to Rodgers, right? If I remember right.
So nice.
He was so nice. Yeah, he just
cooked
him dinner, tucked him into bed. Yeah. Good guy all around.
And
he didn't come to Minnesota to try and avenge.
Literally just to stick it to the Packers.
Like he didn't do that at all, and he didn't almost
like
win a
an
Super Bowl.
adult. Yeah,
and he probably would have, but we love a good pick in with 9 seconds left when you could kick a field goal. Love that.
Yeah,
I didn't cry.
I'm so familiar.
I didn't cry that night.
So familiar.
I didn't cry in high school.
That was
yeah, it was nice, wasn't it?
Man.
Yeah, on top of like the 6 fumbles and everything else that you could have go wrong.
He did that in at least 2 NFC Championship games with the Packers, in the '97 Super Bowl against the Broncos.
It's like he can't help it. It's like genetically he's driven to always strive to do more.
Yep.
But you have to have the presence of mind to know when to like throw the ball away, to slide,
time.
just not this time.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Not right now, Brett. Not with 1 minute left in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Maybe don't try and force one over the middle.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Okay, so we just got done with Thursday Night Football, right?
Yep.
The first opening game. I unfortunately I was at work. I tried to watch as much as I could, but I didn't get to watch as much. So I can't touch base on the game itself. But what I wanted to see was the atmosphere and how it looked. I just wanted a little taste of real football. And I think we got it. And my only caveat to that is that they had this Kansas City and one other team are like the only teams that are allowed to have like 20% or something like that. Yeah. So there was one caveat where I was like, I don't know if this is going to be real or not. But anyways, it felt like normal football to a degree.
Yeah, and I was going to say, until they cut away to the fans, it sounded, and you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I would say like the broadcast sounded exactly the same.
Right.
I was thinking, the way I pictured it was you're going to hear the calls on the
you could hear
field and all that
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
You couldn't, it was the same. Until they showed the empty stands, and they made some comment at one point, like, it looks like the home team is getting demolished.
And they're
with,
gone.
So
and everyone left. Yeah.
And that is like what it looked like, which was weird. So to see the stadium was kind of weird, but it sounded and felt like a normal game. It was awesome.
And it was refreshing.
It was real football.
It was like...
It was so good.
I don't know why I'm going to use this analogy, but it's like being a meth addict, and you're off the meth since the Super Bowl in February.
We're both so like
you get that tourniquet on there, and that football.
Oh yeah, just right into the
just
veins.
To see the kickoff.
Oh,
well, that's the biggest high you can
right
get.
To the heart. You just yeah.
But no, it's like the one thing to accumulate everything that 2020 has been.
Yeah.
To start with Kobe Bryant's death.
Yeah.
This is what we need. We need football.
We all do.
Yeah.
America, the world needs football.
Yeah. So I'm pretty strongly opinionated on not having to play the Packers week 1.
Yeah.
Or a division rival in that regard at all. It's just my personal opinion. I even like week 2 is even a little better than week 1. But the good news about doing that is one of us gets to set the tone.
Yeah.
One of us is making our most hated rival 0-1, and the other is going to be 1-0.
Yep.
So there's one pro to it because it'd be a great way to start the year.
Yes.
1-0.
The win feels better than any other win.
Yeah.
But the loss just immediately means so much more than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have like an opinion on that at all? Do you care that we're playing each other week 1?
I know what you mean. That it sucks that there's so much riding on a game when both teams are going to be sloppy.
Right.
So you're not going to get the best football.
That's
from
what I'm coming
either
at. That's
team,
what I'm coming at. Yeah.
Which sucks. Mm-hmm. I love having it the first game be so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because I think the Vikings and Packers are pretty equal. They were last year.
I
thought they were
100%.
about.
Yeah.
They were really evenly matched last year. I think they're going to be pretty evenly matched this year.
Yep.
I think it's cool to have.
Yep.
I don't want to play somebody really good right away. I wouldn't mind playing a trash team right away. But
and get it out of the way.
But at least
right.
Especially in the season, we're just waiting for real football.
The hype
is
there.
It's cool to just come right into a big time game.
That's true.
But at the same time, like that big time game is gonna be kind of a disappointment.
Yeah,
you talked about like the Bears Packers game last year.
Exactly, that was bad.
So it was a slog.
And maybe it won't be as bad as I think it will be. But like coming from my experience as a Viking fan, that is just I feel like that's just how that goes. Like the first half is always kind of a You know, it's poor, but
I don't know. The Chiefs Texans game, they came out slinging.
Okay,
both of them.
Chiefs literally did not lose a single step from where they left last year. Not even a single step.
They're gonna be
they're gonna be so good, and that sucks. I did see a little highlight, and it was a touchdown to Tyreek Hill in the end zone.
Yeah.
He like threw kind of like off his left back foot, and he like
he's got that Rodgers just kind of flip it and it flies.
Yes, and I know exactly what you're referring to. I think it was against Kansas City when they were.
Yes.
You guys got to play their backup. Which,
that was
I think
great.
I think we did too. Actually,
yeah, you did.
So I can't use that.
We both lucked out a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit playing. You guys don't even remember his name, but not.
I don't either. It might have been Danny. No, I don't know his name. Anyways, but I remember the play you're referring to. It was off his back foot as he was going down.
And it looked like he was throwing it away.
Yes,
and the announcer was like, "Oh, and he's just gonna flip it away." Oh.
And I think he hit Williams of all people in the back of the end zone.
And that's why I love Jamal Williams.
Yeah,
because the dude doesn't rack up.
Why are you there? You don't belong there.
He makes these weirdly important plays. Or like at the end of the game when we need one first down to kill the clock, and he grinds out like a 9-yard run for no reason.
And I remember against the Cowboys too. He had like 4 touchdowns and like
that was Aaron Jones.
Oh,
Jones
I'm getting so mixed up. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, I'm thinking of Jones. Yeah, but randomly Williams was back there for that one.
I know. Yeah. Loved it. That was incredible.
But no, week 1 was good. On another note too, hearing Al Michael and Chris Collinsworth's voice is just
so soothing.
It is.
I want Al Michaels to. He could be screaming a play call, and it'd be a lullaby.
I wish that he could just.
It's so beautiful.
What I should do is just play a game and put the headphones in before I go to bed and just like listen to that. That would put me to sleep.
Yeah,
easily.
Just him like the 3rd and 2. They line up in the slot. You're just like it's the best.
All right, now I want to know. How do you see? Oh wait, did I already ask you how the Packers are going to do this year? You was thinking 9? No.
I kind of said
you kind of said it, but okay.
I mean, I think they shouldn't be bad. So I think the one good thing we got, like we said, they didn't add a ton of good players. They didn't add anybody being in the draft, which is. I won't lie. That's how the Packers draft always goes.
I will agree with that. Same with free agency. They really don't do anything. Is Ted Thompson still?
They've changed no.
So now he stepped down a little bit. He's still there though.
No, he's gone.
No, he's gone. He is gone. Okay.
He had they gave him a little front office job for a little while, but he had had legitimate, I think, like health issues.
Oh, did he? Okay.
At the end of the so they were like, maybe it's time to step down. Yeah. Gently, but maybe someone else should be running a professional football organization. And so Brian Gutekunst, who was kind of one of his proteges, like a scouting guy,
which is not good either if he was learning underneath Ted Thompson.
For a while, Ted Thompson was good.
Okay,
so hopefully he learned earlier.
Yeah.
But he is better about free agency. Like last year, we picked up both the Smiths and a couple.
Oh,
of
that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah,
Zadarius Smith. I am
love him.
Not happy to play him again this year.
Yeah,
I hate him.
He had and he looked particularly good. And so part of that though is Kenny Clark.
Yes.
In the middle.
Yes.
Because he was eating guys alive, and he was taking double teams.
He was taking double teams.
You couldn't double
bigger,
team Zadarius
That's
Smith.
the problem.
Yeah,
that's exactly the problem.
That's
and
tough.
I think I've seen videos of Kenny Clark saying like us big guys, we don't get enough credit at all. And he's 100% right, because if you're not getting the statistics don't look good when you're not getting a sack. You maybe getting maybe a pressure at the very most.
What other stats can you do?
Exactly.
Offensive lineman, D lineman.
Same thing. Exactly. But he absorbs the double teams, and then you got both the Smith brothers going straight in, and then you got Riley Reif on freaking Zadarius Smith. And
I'm so happy you guys didn't. I mean, Ezra Cleveland, I think, will be good, but he's still a rookie. So, like, right now, happy there's not someone else there.
You had texted me when you were listening to our last episode. You were like, oh, it's brutal listening to you guys sigh talking about Riley Reif.
And I know that feeling of having a guy, you're like, can we just... That was me with Blake Martinez and a couple other guys for so long. Like, can we just have someone else?
Yeah.
Maybe, like a good player.
And there's, like, word that they might be going, or there's going to be a change. Right. Yeah. But the problem with that is there was, like, 2 weeks left, and they were thinking about cutting him. And I'm like...
Well, we don't have it. You're right. If you don't have anyone else.
I mean, So I don't know if that was a mind game where they're like, hey, you're going to take less money. Right. Go try the open market. You will be on our team. We'll make this work.
He's not getting more money.
Because Rick Spielman is a wheeler and a dealer.
Right.
Okay?
Spielman's
a good GM. Yep. He really is.
Minus the Cousins contract, maybe.
I know.
That's the only... But
I'm gonna be Sam for a second. There was who else were we going to take?
I know.
So I get that.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Where was I going to say? Oh, and Spielman loves his seventh round draft picks.
Which is awesome. That's a good GM though. Like
I know, but he likes them a little bit much. Like he'll
trade like a second for 7 seventh round picks.
That's more important to him. Yeah.
I mean, hey, maybe out of 7 you get 2 guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Any opinions on us getting? Gosh, dang it, I forgot his name.
Ngakoue.
Thank you.
Ngakoue. I was
so
mad,
dude, because that was a steal.
For a second round pick,
I think a fifth in the next year, something like that. Yeah.
I think if you guys go to the Super Bowl, if you guys win the Super Bowl and he goes to the Pro Bowl, it's a 3rd round pick. So it's a 5th round pick.
Fine. Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay, he's making the Pro Bowl, so the Super Bowl is a stretch.
Especially with Hunter when he comes back. Like he's gonna have both of those guys are gonna have monsters.
That is another thing I did want to touch base on because when Sam and I had recorded, that was not. He was just he missed like 15 practices.
He'd been out for a while, but it was a tweak and it wasn't a big deal.
They're still keeping it hush hush. Like there's no word on what it is, which is why I kind of stand by my TMZ like broadcasting and saying it might have been a motorcycle accident, dirt bike accident.
If you heard, that's the only thing I've heard, so that's all I had to go on.
Where'd you hear that from? Fourth and Skull? No.
Somewhere. Really
no, I've had people text me like, oh, was that a dirt bike accident? I'm like, well, I don't know for sure. Just now I see what it's like to be behind on a very, very small scale, but saying stuff.
Suddenly it's people assume you know what you're talking about.
While I'm talking about that, I have no idea if that's accurate. Someone at work can tell me that. I'm
going to just accept it as true.
Yeah, take it as true.
Every single person I can.
Exactly. And then sue me.
Yep,
sue me.
Yeah.
Have the Vikings sue me.
I will make sure Danielle Hunter files a lawsuit.
Yeah, please do.
While we're on it, first of all, it's Danielle. If we're being honest. It's those letters in that order, it's Danielle. I'll call him Hunter just so we don't like start fighting right now. But
do you know how disrespectful that was? That was. I think anybody listening was like.
I'm trying to give him the credit of saying his name right. I don't want to disrespect him by mispronouncing it.
You don't think at an early age he was like, oh, I think it's actually Daniel.
I bet he was. It's French.
It's French.
It's Daniel. Is there a Danielle Hunter?
Okay, here's where I'm gonna. Have you seen his arms?
They're
they're massive.
Dude, if I see him in a room, I'm like, hello, Mr. Daniel, sir. Thank you.
Daniel. Dan.
Daniel. Whatever you
want to be called.
Your name is whatever you want it to be.
Daniela? Hey,
And can I get you anything?
Yeah.
You need a coffee? I'm sorry, Mr. Daniel.
No, that is funny though. His name does not. He's lucky that his last name is Hunter.
Yes.
And I'm not convinced if maybe that's not his last name either, and he kind of added that.
It's like teacup.
Yeah.
It's Hunter. Yes, it is.
It's
You're
Hunter.
Right.
Yes.
It is Hunter.
Yeah. So was that teacup with a K or a C?
Hunter.
It's Hunter.
Yes. Yep. Look at that. I just checked. Yep.
He's at the Hunter. DMV like without a shirt on either. Like he's just.
That's definitely how it happens.
Yeah.
As someone who gets called Kristian 99% of their life.
So you sympathize with it. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So it's a lighthearted where it's coming from you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
But his name is Danielle.
Yeah. So I think hopefully no one left the podcast, and I think they liked you for a second there, but now you've gone down a peg.
Yeah. Throw myself a flag.
Throw yourself a flag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we're back in.
All right. Question.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Vikings team? Where do you see bright spots going forward here? I know we haven't changed too much, but from an offensive perspective, I think we're still a very good, solid team.
Yep.
It's just a very open-ended question. Answer that how you want.
Your pass rush, once you get Hunter back, your pass rush is going to be, especially your starting two.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a top.
Yeah.
I thought the Smith brothers were the best 1-2 in the NFC North for a little while.
Yeah.
Just because the Bears don't have a great
next to Mack. Right.
They've got some good, but and I was so pumped to not have. You guys lost Weatherly and Griffin. I was like,
we did.
It's only Hunter now. I was like, yes, sweet.
Right.
Now you pick up a Pro Bowler on the other side. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That lasted a month, and now I still have to worry about playing. The pass rush is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yep.
Your safeties I think are probably the best safety tandem in the league.
Mm-hmm.
The corners.
Yeah. This is
the
our
tough
question mark
this year.
Yeah.
But in the long term, like the rookies you guys drafted all look really good.
Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news because last week you guys were talking about how Gladney's a big kind of, he's 5'10".
Is he?
He's a small dude. I
don't know where I thought he was bigger than that.
Dantzler's a little bigger. He's like 6'1", so he's a good size.
Dantzler's 6'1". Oh,
he's a bigger. But the funny thing about Gladney is his comp, according to the blogs, is Jair Alexander. Like super feisty, like a little undersized,
right?
But
undersized but feisty. Plays
to make
bigger than
it.
he is.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and that sucks because I love Jair Alexander.
You know what I think it might have been, and this goes to show how much effort I've really put into the podcast. Is I just saw like his pictures where they're putting on the pads and all that, and I think the pads looked massive.
Dude, this guy looks jacked.
It's okay. At this point, I'm allowed to say stuff like that because no one's listening this far to the podcast, so I'm allowed to say that stuff.
After I just straight up ripped on Hunter.
After you did.
Yeah, that's fine. No, the pass rush is going to be always good, and that helps the corners, right? Because if you're getting after the quarterback,
and if I'm not mistaken, I think you don't like Eric Kendricks too much either, because he's good. He's very good.
He and Barr are both.
Yeah, they complement each other,
and especially as a team that has not had a great middle linebacker.
Yep.
Like in years.
Right.
I hate it.
I'm loving this segment right now because I just wanted to hear everything you had to say about the Vikings. Whether you believe it or not, it's coming out of your mouth.
I know. The downside is you guys have nobody in the middle of your line, as far as I can tell.
I thought you were going to say the downside is you have no quarterback. You have absolutely nobody at quarterback.
That's the other tough thing is you have like a cardboard cutout of a human being.
Gosh.
He's like made in the most boring lab in the world. He throws a really nice deep ball. Unfortunately, you don't have a deep ball receiver
the
anymore.
deep ball is only nice if it's played off of a perfect play action that's been built throughout the entire game.
Which is how the Packers did well last year.
Yeah.
Because
you established...
They just said... Pettin said, we just teach our guys to not bite. Just go after Cousins.
Yeah.
Give up...
Right,
exactly. Say you don't hit Hunt... You know, you don't hit Cook in the backfield. Give him 4 or 5 yards or something.
Right, exactly.
But the play action is what's going to kill him, right? That's what you guys did that all year was run and then throw a bomb to Diggs.
Exactly.
And it worked so well.
And a lot of that has to do with Cook. Because you can establish all that with Cook. And I know we've talked about this hundreds of times on here. But you have to respect it is essentially what it is.
It sets up perfectly.
Yeah.
And so that was, but like I can't hate on Kirk. He's
you can't hate him.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a good guy.
Really is. He's a nice guy.
I hate having to say that.
So
It's like the only out that I have for not being rude to him is just saying he's a nice guy.
I know. He's so nice.
But I already said in the last episode that I'm turning a new leaf. So
nope. I think
it's you. You're making me say these things.
Yeah. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
See the light, right? I'm getting away from the light again.
But wearing like the helmet on the, you just know no one on the team has ever had fun with him.
No.
Or like gone to his house and hung out.
No. I'm still 100% convinced that is the reason why Diggs left. And I really, not entirely his fault. I know that the schemes that we have are more balanced and run focused.
I don't know.
And Diggs is looking for a 15 catch, 200-yard game, 4 TD game, like every game. It's not, you can't do that when you got Thielen and you got Irv and you got Rudolph and you got all these pieces. It doesn't work.
I mean, good luck doing that with Josh Allen.
Well, I know. That's exactly what we're all saying.
I don't know. That makes no sense. I get you're not putting up 1,500 yards a season.
Yeah.
But dude, you're going to the Pro Bowl. Everyone knows you're one of the top. I'd say he's one of the top 6, 7 receivers.
And
in
I know
the league.
you were pumped when he left Minnesota.
I loved it.
Because he always torched you guys. Well, always, no matter what.
He torches everybody.
I know. Well,
he's so good.
Yeah, just about everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he has the ability to. Yeah.
I was so happy when he left because he's the scarier part of your offense.
Right.
Because Cook is super, super good. I just don't care about running backs unless it's the Niners going for like 400 yards.
Right.
But like a running back getting 120 yards, fine.
That's
but
fine.
throwing for 350 yards,
yeah,
that'll kill you.
Yeah, I will kill you. Yeah.
So I hate knowing there's a receiver you just can't cover.
Yeah.
And Diggs is one of those guys.
Right.
Like you can double him and you can take him away sometimes. But
Yep.
He'll beat everybody.
Yeah. There's one more thing that I just remembered. In the midst of COVID, Dom Capers decided to slither his way into Minnesota.
I missed that
like a little
somehow.
Russian spy that the Packers just deployed.
I mean, good luck. The dude is like 80.
I know.
And he's still dyeing his hair jet black like he's 35 years old. I love it.
He's one of those where it's time to go. Yeah. And he thought that he would just make sure he destroyed like a virus in Minnesota.
And I
don't know what his role's going to really be, but I mean, Zimmer's got the whole defense on lockdown.
Right.
But
you don't need another defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
A guy who's been a head coach and a DC.
If anything, here is actually a positive out of that. It's one of those where you kind of poach a player and you get a few plays out of it.
Right.
It doesn't
that
really
might
make
have been
a difference.
Just,
but
like, what's the book on a couple of guys? Maybe they get that out of him.
You could practice all you want and scheme all you want for Aaron Rodgers, but you can't do it. You can't. You cannot do it. I still forget that we literally play in 2 days.
I know.
It's not even like on my mind. Like usually,
it seems like it's a month away.
Usually the 2 days leading up, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm watching all the videos. Everything's hyped up. It's on the TV. It's on everything, and I'm not doing any of that.
There's no video. There's no preseason.
I know. There's nothing.
There's no. They couldn't get the media really in the camps. I mean, it's. So,
I know.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Yeah.
But
that is the other downside for the Vikings. So after I pumped you guys all up about your good spots, the downside is you lost like 6 or 7 starters on defense.
Yeah, but I would argue that like Griffin and Rhodes, for example, there's nothing there. Yeah, I would almost rather just have a rookie spend a year of learning than have Rhodes.
For sure.
Griffin's kind of pooped out after 2 quarters.
Long term, you guys are set up so nicely now with your you drafted like you got good guys at every single position you need somehow.
I'm hesitant on that. The way I'm very hesitant when we draft players. I'm no longer excited for them.
And that's kind of how it should be.
And that's how it should be, yeah. Because
A, a little excited, but
the bar is set extremely low, and B, that you just literally don't know what's going to happen, how they're going to pan out, and how they molded the team out. There's like so many factors that go into it. And even like Mike Hughes, granted he tore his ACL 2 years ago, or a year ago, or last, whatever it was. He is someone that I'm not comfortable having on the field. He is too small.
Yeah.
He needs to be a slot cornerback, and that's it. But I think I need to look at, I think it's going to be Hughes and Holton Hill out wide for the cornerbacks. It's not going to be good.
Frankly, though, I don't think either of them is going to be worse than Xavier Rhodes was last year.
Probably not.
I would say they're both probably an upgrade from that.
Do you want me to tell you how the game's going to go on Sunday since you're asking me?
Okay,
since you've asked me.
Yeah, Pat, how's the game going to go
Okay, I'm going to give you two scenarios, okay? Okay. The Packers are trying very hard with Rodgers' age to get more of a balanced game, more of a running game. Give Rodgers a break so in the playoffs, then he can really sling it, right? Yeah. Can we agree on that?
I think so.
That's why we got Aaron Jones. That's why we got Dillon. That's why we got Williams.
And I think they're going to do more play action like the Vikings too.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, and you guys did plenty of that last year too, and it worked because you established the run.
And play action works so well.
It does. It does.
So good.
Once those linebackers take one step forward because they can't help it,
makes it so easy.
It's done. Yeah, it's done.
It makes everything. Yeah.
Exactly. So they're going to try to run the ball. That's normal. The other point is going to be, if the run's not going to work, you're going to spread them 5 wide like it's a freaking game of Madden. You just have one slant route, you have one out route, and you have one sit there, and the rest are dummies. And you just chip away all the way down the field. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
The downside is I don't know if we have 5 good receivers to put on the
field. You don't even need it.
Yeah,
2 are dummies.
True. Yeah.
2 are dummies.
Yeah, that's true.
3 are very well established. They can catch the football.
The other thing I like is, as bummed as I am not to have one kind of exciting new receiver, our receivers are huge.
Yeah.
Devontae's our smallest guy. He's 6'2".
Right.
And then
Lazard is big.
6'5". Lazard is 6'5". MVS is 6'4".
Yeah, exactly.
They're big dudes. So they're both like 5 inches taller than any of you guys' cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And they're like 220.
And all you have to honestly do is have Barr have to guard the running back.
Yeah.
And he doesn't keep up. He's just terrible at pass coverage.
And that's where I hope Jones stays where he was last year, like playing out of the backfield. He was running 30 yards downfield a couple times, catching touchdowns.
Exactly.
That'd be nice.
Exactly.
That's how we I mean, we beat KC without Mahomes.
Right.
But that's how we beat him. Like we were slinging it downfield to Jones.
Right.
And it worked great.
Yeah.
I don't know how it worked for
Yeah.
Mahomes. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Unimportant.
Yeah.
Not
well.
But
can we agree that it's going to be a good game?
Yeah.
We're gonna whether we win or one of us wins or loses. I think we're both just happy football is back.
Yep.
So I won't be complaining in that regard.
No.
Unless you guys absolutely destroy us.
That's a bummer.
Then I will be a little. I'll be sad.
If the Packers get smoked, I'm gonna be bummed.
Yeah, that'll be it.
If it's close, I'll still be
I don't think it's gonna be a smoke show though.
I don't think.
I think it'll be a touchdown or two, maybe touchdown or field goal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anything else you got for the pod here?
I'm just. Let me think.
This is what happens. I come on here and I have no script.
That's fine.
Because I almost enjoy just the authenticity of the, but I should maybe have a little more talking points. But
I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm curious to see if any of the Packers players actually take a step forward.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of young receivers. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple guys who, like EQ was out all last year.
Yeah, well, I think the last 2 years he's been hurt.
He played his rookie year.
It was just
and
the one.
Actually looked okay.
Yeah.
And he only played 6 games at the end of the year because he's a rookie.
Right.
And he looked pretty good. It's like, this guy's kind of cool coming in the second year. And then we go up to Canada.
Who's your guys' tight end?
We've got a few. We ditched Jimmy Graham, so now there's the guy from last year who we drafted, Jay Sternberger, who was a stud in college, but hasn't played much, and he missed all last year on IR. There's a guy named Robert Tanyan, who was a receiver converted to tight end in college. So he's more of like just a pass catching kind of guy.
Right.
Not a big tight. He's a little small, huge for a receiver, small for a tight end kind of guy.
I was thinking
kind of like him.
Yeah, I was only wondering because after the not Michael Bennett, the not Bennett. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Jimmy Graham.
No, who's before Graham?
Jared Cook.
I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm sorry, not Bennett. I'm thinking.
We dropped Jared Cook for. We did have. What was it? What's his name? We did have a Bennett. Not Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett's brother, Martellus Bennett.
Well, was he tight end?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not crazy. I was gonna say. I was. Yes. So it went Bennett, Cook, Graham, and they just didn't work. And I don't know.
Cook was all right.
Cook was all right, but like.
And we should have kept him, frankly. He would have been better than Jimmy Graham.
If it's just the style of how you guys run the offense, that the tight ends are like, I don't know. They're more of a, I don't know.
So something I've been seeing a lot, and this big knock on Rodgers the last few years, is that he doesn't look to the middle of the field enough.
Okay.
So they're saying he's getting dinged because that's the best place to throw the ball.
Yeah. And someone's usually just sitting there for 6, 7, 8 yards.
That's where the crossing routes go.
Exactly.
And so he's apparently not, and I don't know. But he's just used to slinging it outside.
I don't even think you can criticize him for that because, I mean, the guy is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the most nitpicky.
It is almost a pure shame that you guys don't have more Super Bowls than you do.
It's so dumb.
Since all you talked about 09 for my little heartbreak, do you remember when Brandon Bostic dropped that onside after you guys were up like 3 scores with like...
That wasn't even... It was that plus the defense giving up a bomb out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And there were about 6 straight massive mistakes. Any one of which would have mean we won. We just don't completely F up like any of these 6 or 7 things, and we would have won. Yeah. And they did all of it.
Right.
Topped off with Bostic just with Jordy Nelson.
With Jordy Nelson waiting. He's waiting for it.
I'm here. I'm going to love it. I'm going to care for it. I'm going to
take it in the Super Bowl.
And it's just going to be right here. And our backup third string tight end jumps up and doink.
I have to say... That was one of the happiest days of my life.
Oh, that was the worst.
It was one of those where it was like the whole game I was sick because I'm like...
Packers were going to... Aaron Rodgers on one leg, injured calf. Yes. Heroic.
And I'm like, oh, God, it's going to be 2 weeks of Packers enjoying just the Super Bowl coverage.
It's so nice. Super Bowl, all these highlight videos.
Everything. I was sick to my stomach. It's like my disdain for the Packer organization is... more than tenfold. Yeah, you feel it. Yeah, exactly.
Me life right
it's probably
now.
It's probably the same when we had the Minneapolis Miracle and how you probably just felt.
It really bums me out. I don't want good things. I love you, man.
Yeah,
I don't
love
want
you
good
too.
things to happen to the Vikings.
No, I want you to never win a Super Bowl ever again.
The Vikings, they can do good things. I just always want it to be worse than the Packers.
But
you know what I mean?
Do you want us to win one Super Bowl in our lifetime?
No, definitely not. My favorite thing. It's the easiest. You guys can rip on the Packers all you want for having 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks and only winning 2 Super Bowls over 30 years. And that sucks.
As a nurse, I am genuinely concerned when I see my patients in their late 90s laying in that bed, and I see myself there.
They're not going to see it.
And I don't think I'll ever see a Super Bowl. And it's something I have to let myself accept today so that in the future, it's not what kills me.
It is mind-blowing. This is not going to help at all, but I saw a stat recently that the Vikings are by far the winningest football team to ever not win.
We actually are, yeah.
You're
like
a top 10
historically, we win. Yeah, we're winning team organization.
So highly ranked in terms of actually winning games, playoff, regular season, everything. And everyone else who's never won a Super Bowl has been garbage forever. They're like bottom 5.
Sometimes I think, like, what if the Vikes won all 4 of their Super Bowls? Like, how history would be different, and if I would be in a different shoe.
Man right
you know
now.
what I mean? I would be a different man. I'd have a full beard.
It'd be incredible.
I'd be bigger than I am.
Mm-hmm. You'd have like 9 kids right now.
I'd have 9 kids, all from
who knows?
one wife, of course. But
right. Yes. Yeah. Well, hey, you're not Adrian Peterson. Am I right?
Yeah, like, guy's still playing football.
Yep. Gotta keep those kids fed.
Honey, it's just a couple more years.
He says that 9 straight times.
Right. He says that 9. Yeah. He's got all 9. He's on speaker. They don't know that he's talking to all of them.
Be smart, kids.
Yeah. So that was one of my favorites. I wouldn't mind reminiscing on the past.
The worst part about that was I was at a bar in like uptown somewhere, and you never hate other fans.
Why would you? Okay. Quick question. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Is that not a scenario where it's such an important game where you're going to watch it? Not by yourself, but basically by yourself.
I should have. But my cousin was in town, and she wanted to... My cousin, she's in Minneapolis still.
Yeah.
Lauren, you're awesome. She's a Vikings fan. That's why she did it, probably. She and some of her friends were going out. They're going to watch the game. So she invited me to go join them. I wouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it.
I've actually made that mistake, too. But go ahead. There
was one.
You probably hated everybody.
I mean, most of the people that were Packers fans, right? So
Packers fans or Viking fans?
Packers fans.
They were Packers. Okay.
Because it was... And the Vikings were playing.
Yeah, they weren't going to be there.
All the Packers fans were out. Mm-hmm. So that was nice. And for most of the game, it was great.
Yeah.
And you know how you don't hate other fans in your head or when you meet them in real life?
Yeah, you don't really.
But at a bar, when they're cheering for the other team...
That is irritating. Yeah,
they're the worst.
It's essentially it's like a mosquito. You know that mosquito that lingers and you can't kill it. You can't even see it. And that's what that is.
They always, for whatever reason, the sound of their voice is the worst. They have this like screeching, just terrible cheer. They're always the most annoying. Yeah. And this guy was just bummed at the bar the whole. I was like, good.
Oh, because he wanted you guys to lose. And he was like me, probably.
Yeah, and he's in his Seahawks jersey like an idiot because they just started enjoying football like 9 years ago.
Right, literally. Yeah,
he never heard of it before.
Never heard of it.
So he's decided he's a big football fan.
Yeah.
And as the game goes on, and like all those plays are happening, and it's already the worst thing in the world, and I got to hear him shrieking like a banshee over at the bar with, of course, he's with like 3 girls, just like, dude, just. Don't even bother. That was the worst. That was one of the worst game experiences of my life.
I was fortunate enough because my game that I'm going to refer to was against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. We were done from the start of the game. We had that touchdown, but the game was done.
That was a weird
I went
game.
to go watch a game with a bunch of friends, and there were a bunch of, I'm not going to name names, there's just a bunch of like people who weren't football fans. That is what I cannot do, and I regretted that because I couldn't grieve properly.
They don't get it.
I couldn't grieve properly.
It's just a game.
Yeah. No.
I don't want to commit murder, but I will.
I spent all year watching this team to see that.
If they lose in week 3, I'm crushed. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Every game matters. People don't get it. They don't get it.
No.
I don't even try and get into football with people who don't have the same... Not the same energy or emotion in regards to the sport, but you need to have the same. There needs to be, there needs to be a level of understanding.
My wife gets it.
Yeah.
She does not care about football as much as I do.
Yeah. But she's
probably good.
She gets it.
She understands. Gets it. Yeah. And as much as she's like, if we lose, this is going to be terrible for the rest of my day.
Yeah.
And I respect that. But she understands.
Yeah.
She's not going to go, it's just a game. Get over it.
That's the worst thing to say. Especially
you're just a game. Tell me. You don't know.
I'm getting out of the house.
It's the most important thing. Oh, but in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
It's because you just get so excited.
The playoffs.
There's so much potential.
The playoffs is the time when I think I actually need blood pressure medication.
Oh yeah.
Or some sort of anxiety medication.
Weak.
Not even.
Man.
So leading up to it, but then the game.
Oh.
Like the Minneapolis Miracle game. So I'm just to go back to that because we're talking about playoff games.
Yeah.
We were up.
Just
I think
any excuse.
20 to like 3 or whatever it was at halftime. We were up, right? And I remember, sorry, Dom, I'm not trying to put you under the bus here, but like my parents and like my brother, everyone was happy about it. And I was sitting there and I was like, no, you do not smile.
Yeah, no,
this is Drew Brees, which by the way, Dom, you wanted Drew Brees over Cam Newton and the Panthers when it was winner, one of them was we were going to play one of them. Yeah. You wanted them. Granted, we got the greatest play ever in history, so thank you for that.
Good call.
But it was Drew Brees in the second half. You can't smile. You can't.
That was in Minnesota.
Yeah, that was the year that we were going to play a home Super Bowl.
LOL.
Yeah, LOL.
RIP.
But But yeah, that whole game was the most. I don't think I ate that day actually.
Yeah,
no, I didn't eat that day. Yeah, because I can't. When I get stressed, I can't eat.
That was the season where I thought this is going to be the year that you guys.
That was so
it. Mad.
That was it.
That's what I'm talking about. I just want the Vikings to do worse than the Packers. I don't really.
Yeah.
If we're both winning the playoffs, I don't get that upset if the Vikings are also winning. That's nice. That's good, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
But once the Packers lose and the Vikings keep winning,
here I'm actually going to take that a step further.
I hate it.
I'm the same way where I don't want you to be better than us, right?
Yeah.
But if you are going to make the playoffs, I want you to go to the NFC Championship game just to lose that game, which is a very, very fine line I'm walking there. That's so dangerous. If you get into that Super Bowl,
you're going to be so mad.
I'll be so mad.
Yeah. That's dangerous. You're playing with fire.
But I'd almost rather that. Yeah, because I won't forget the game in San Francisco, too. Colin Kaepernick.
2 games in San Francisco. That happened back-to-back seasons.
In the NFC Championship game? Both?
I think so. 2 playoff games for sure. To the 49ers.
Yeah, and Kaepernick. Yeah.
He had like 1 billion total yards.
Right. Yeah, on the ground. Yeah. Clay Matthews he didn't know what was going on, too. And
guess who our DC was? Dom Capers. Good luck with that, guys.
Yeah, I know. He's not going to be any...
Dude,
stretch of the imagination part of this defense.
That's why I can't enjoy it that much.
He's just hey, Rodgers is doing that thing with his finger and this,
He's gonna here's what he did during practice.
Right.
That made me so mad. He and Ted Thompson and Mike McCarthy got about 6 more years than they should have gotten.
Right, and that's kind of how that goes. And then it's a matter of pulling the trigger and cutting the.
And they never do it.
They never do it.
And I don't mind giving guys enough time. Like pulling the plug after 1 or 2 years is dumb.
Right.
Let them build it up.
That's kind of how I feel about Mike Zimmer. I'm okay with another 3 years. I really am because it's like when you really boil it down, finding a half decent coach is even harder.
Yeah,
it's almost on the same level with finding a quarterback.
Yeah,
but yeah.
No, I don't know who you get other than Mike Zimmer.
I know
you could get some young guy who's exciting, but it's just no.
They would go as far as probably to find like a college coach who has no experience, who's like this fun, flashy.
Bring in PJ Fleck.
No, we don't.
I don't think that's gonna fly in the NFL.
Kind of like a McVay.
Yeah,
Sean McVay was like the new sexy hot thing to do.
Yep.
And then there was a team from Baylor. Who did they just? I don't know.
Matt Rule.
What team is he on?
He's for the Panthers now. Panthers.
Sorry, Panthers. Yeah. Kind of that sort of thing is kind of the new style. But
Yep.
Yeah. So
we'll see.
I
don't know. I that's what I mean though. Like Zimmer is good enough to win a Super Bowl. Kirk Cousins he's not.
He's
great.
good enough to do it.
To win a Super Bowl.
He's good enough to do it. He does need the stars to be aligned and like the game plan to go in his favor.
But so does everybody, other than like the very best.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
That's
unless
what
you
I
have
was
Mahomes or like Rodgers at his best,
the difference makers. Yeah, the guys who can shift on a dime.
Which is like 3 or 4 guys.
That's true.
But dude, Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl and could have won it. Brady threw for like 120 yards and someone won it. Yeah, that could be a whole separate pod.
That could be a whole separate pod. Yeah.
No, Goff has been to a Super Bowl. Who went? Like Garoppolo.
Matt Ryan. I think of him as fairly average.
And he threw up like 28 points. I mean,
23.
Yeah, like, I don't think that he's that much. Matt Ryan's not significantly better than Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Garoppolo's not better than Kirk Cousins.
Right. Exactly. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And you get him in a good spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
I do think that Kirk Cousins would literally shit his pants in the Super Bowl, though.
That's
potentially 100%. I'm talking like a shit stain in his pants.
Wear your dark pants for the game, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want to wear the whites.
We're not wearing the whites. No. There will be
You're going to see it.
You're going to see both sides.
Yep. It's going to be up the back. It's just going to be a mess. It's going to keep going. They'll come up with a second half with a clean pair and first snap.
Yeah,
that would be the worst.
We're not doing it right. But here's what I want to say. Kirk Cousins said this year, if I die, I die.
I respect it.
I found that video. It's a literal video of him saying, if I die, I die. Dude, this is the year.
Yeah. Did not know he had the guts to be like, look, take me now,
Take
God.
me now.
I don't even
There's
care.
no fans. This is the year I die. Yeah.
Like, oh, man, this is the first time Kirk Cousins ever made anyone excited in his life.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
Dude, okay.
Yeah. That's why
his teammates were like,
that's why I feel excited about this year because he's going to play loose.
Oh, he's fired up.
Completely
He's
loose.
going to get out there. And, he's totally not going to.
And there's no Stephon Diggs to kind of, I feel like, nibble in his ear.
Yeah. Maybe he'll take his helmet off on the sidelines, get crazy.
Oh, I would love that. That would turn me on.
Yeah.
That would, if I saw him throw a Gatorade bottle, an empty one, not a full one. I won't go that far, but an empty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or even just, squirt it.
Just squirt it in the air quick. Just
make a mess. Yeah,
kind of knock it over. Just knock it over.
God darn it.
Darn it.
Yeah.
That gets me going.
I'm fired up.
And on that note, it has been a long podcast, and I loved it. I loved every single second of it. I hope if anyone stuck around to the very end, I appreciate it. I don't expect anyone ever to, but Kristian, thank you for being on.
Thanks for having me, man.
I'm so glad we did this. I've been waiting forever for this. Good luck on Sunday. I will be texting. I probably won't text you just so you know, I will not text you until after the game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll text you the whole game. I'll talk trash.
That's fine. I'll just mute your freaking thing and I won't open a single message.
I'll have Julia text you. It'll be fine.
Or, okay, if you want to play fire with fire, if the Vikes are up, I will do the same. No, I'm kidding. I'll be civil about it. I'll be civil about it. I'm a grown adult now.
Man, it's gonna be stressful. I'm already stressed.
Yes, I know. Now I'm getting stressed. But hey, thank you everyone for listening. Sam and I will be back on sometime next week to recap the game. Vikings will hopefully be 1-0. Packers will hopefully be 0-1. And that will do it. Thank you, everybody.